In this devlog, we're going to be overhauling the store screenshots for my mobile Git client app called GitSync that I've been working on. If you're new, hi, I'm Viz, and if you're not, welcome back. GitSync is an app that I've been developing to make it easier to sync and interact with Git on mobile, and it's available on Android and iOS. This devlog series will give you a peek behind the curtain and show you how I go about working on a project like this as a solo developer. If you want to learn more about the project or the codebase, please check out Devlog 0 for more info. But to cover the basics, GitSync is a Flutter project with a Rust API layer for Git operations. So yeah, today is a bit of a different one. Instead of working on features or fixes, I'm going to be redesigning and automating the store screenshot pipeline. The goal is to have a set of templates that I can easily update in future, and a script that combines everything automatically, so I don't have to manually redo this every time the app changes. So to start off, we're going to be in Photopea. I have a vague idea of the layout I want for the new store screenshots, so I'm going to set that up quickly. Okay, now I have the basic layout, let me put the text in. The idea here is that this should be easy to update and modify in future. The text and layout will likely stay pretty consistent, but the screenshots themselves are going to change more often as the app evolves. So the plan is, as shown by the green screens on the iPhones, to create a template that looks exactly like this so that I can swap out the text easily in future, and then add to my existing screenshot generation scripts to combine these templates with the actual screenshots automatically. Let me quickly run you through the current screenshot generation script. So this generates the screenshots you see on the wiki, landing pages, and what you used to see on the store listings. It runs the positive test workflow, which is the fastest full setup test workflow to get the app into a consistent state. From there, other actions are automated, screenshots are taken, and they're automatically cropped. Right, so I'm going to start combining these templates into the generation flow. I want to start with the harder bit first, which is boards 1 and 2 that have screenshots spanning across both pages. So here's the flow I came up with that allows me to position each screenshot across both boards. And here's the end result. You can see there are some green edges, and I had to reposition the images and adjust the gap. But now, I have a clean final result for pages 1 and 2. The last 3 pages are much easier, but I don't actually have the final screenshots for those yet. So I'm going to use placeholders, position 1, and use that result for all 3. That was super quick and easy. So now, let's get the real screenshots in place. First up, I need a screenshot of the auth page, which I already have. But I want the auth dropdown to be positioned higher on the screen. This took a second, because at first I tried automating the selection of SSH before reopening the dropdown, but nothing gave me the positioning I wanted. So instead, I'm just positioning the UI differently in demo mode, so it appears where I want it to. And then, I undid the selection changes, and voila! I'm actually not going to run the full flow yet, because it takes a while, so we'll do that after a first pass of all the changes. So next up, we want the clone page, which is an easy enough deselect and home button click. And then we add it to the overall flow. Okay, then the sync settings page. Again, relatively easy. Navigate to settings, turn on client mode, and then navigate back and enter sync settings. And lastly, the dropdown. I've decided to validate for premium through GitHub sponsors since my test account already had access. And then in demo mode, the UI will be changed to show a different dropdown. Now, after running all of that, there were some small bugs that took a bit of testing, but in the end, we got a complete run for the final raw screenshots. That means no more waiting around for these automations, since we have the base screenshots to work with. Right, so I spent a little time fixing up the cropping on everything, and I was just about to finish up the login and clone page, but the missing status bar was really throwing me off. So I took a detour to mock up a header in Photopea and stitched it on top of all the screenshots before compositing, as well as a dark variant for when the auth dialog is open. Cool, that looks much better stitched on top. So the last thing I want to do is at the top of the clone page, in board 3. I've done that now, and rounded the top corners a little too. Alright, so I'm going to regenerate the screenshots and finals one last time through the full process. And here are the 5 we end up with. is all automated for when the screenshots change in future, which is exactly what I was going for. Well, that's all for today, but in a future video, I'm thinking I might tackle some more under the hood changes, or maybe revisit some of the testing side of things, so stay tuned for that. That marks the end of this video. If you want to stay up to date, feel free to join the Discord, and if you have any thoughts or suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like if you liked, and subscribe if you want to do that too. But for now, have a great day, and see you in the next one.